Former President Donald Trump will meet with House and Senate Republicans in separate meetings in Washington today in an effort to unite any factions that may exist between GOP lawmakers. Joining us now, Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson. Good morning, Senator.
Good morning. Hope you're doing well.
You too. So what are you hoping to discuss with the former president today?
Well, what I really want to hear out of President Trump is what will his priorities be? I mean, the Democrats have done so much damage to this country. They've flooded the zone with their destructive ideology and policies. You've got to prioritize, what you're going to try and fix first. From my standpoint, I'm sure he's going to be addressing the border. We have, unfortunately, automatic tax increases if we do nothing facing us in 2026. So I think those will be some pretty big topics. How do you end the war in Ukraine? How do you get all these things under control, our debt and deficit? So there are a lot of big problems that we have to address, and it'll be interesting to see how the president will want to prioritize those problems.
Yeah, a lot of great questions there. So in an exclusive with Breitbart leading to the Senate's meeting with Trump, you said that Trump is going to do what he says he's going to do. Could you elaborate on that?
Well, I think unlike any other presidential candidate or then president in my lifetime, President Trump fulfilled the promises he made during the 2016 campaign. I think it's just indisputable. And so he's out there on the campaign trail when he's not responding to the lawfare trials, and he's telling his supporters what he's going to do. I've got a pretty long list, and that's why I really want to see what the priorities are going to be. But I know he's going to do everything he can to try and end the destruction of Democrat governance.
And on to Hunter Biden. Got to talk about this a little bit. Convicted on all 3 felony charges in his federal gun case. So in a statement released by Donald Trump, the former president said, quote, "This trial has been nothing more than a distraction from the real crimes of the Biden family, which has raked in tens of millions of dollars from China, Russia, and Ukraine." Do you agree with Trump? Is all of this just a distraction from a bigger story?
Well, certainly the lesser charges. And, unfortunately, the prosecutors were really dragged kicking and screaming into indicting Hunter and then actually prosecuting him. And what they allowed to happen as a result is they allowed the statute of limitations to run out on the more serious tax charges. There still are some tax charges pending in California. But yeah, I mean, this is the least, the lesser of the charges here. And so to a certain extent, it is a distraction from his real crimes. And of course, the real question has to be asked is, what did Hunter Biden, what did the Biden crime family do to deserve all those tens of millions of dollars from countries that are adversarial to America? That's the question that Joe Biden doesn't want asked in court, that he wouldn't want to have to answer.
And that's the question that needs to be answered. So what does the Hunter Biden verdict mean for Joe Biden politically, do you think?
Well, it all depends on whether or not the mainstream media actually covers it and whether we get to those more serious questions. Again, this is the lesser charge. These would be the charges that would probably be plea bargained away in a real plea bargain, as opposed to that sweetheart deal that David Weiss had tried to arrange for Hunter Biden. So, again, we'll just see what happens at trial.
So I know that the president has said he will not pardon his son. Do you think it would be a power move by Trump to do that if he's reelected, to pardon him?
I think what we need to return to is equal application of justice. And so, whatever sentences handed out to Hunter Biden in this case should be similar to sentences handed out to other normal, regular, not famous Americans. I think the same thing would be true in terms of the tax charges. I mean, Hunter Biden committed crimes. I think that's just indisputable. Now he's been convicted of them. He should pay the type of price. He should get the same kind of penalty that other ordinary Americans would receive. He has not faced justice to that extent. I mean, any other normal American would have been tried long time ago, convicted of tax evasion.